Hi guys, my name is Noni Matikela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. So today I want us to talk about Kelly, the mother to Jocelyn Smith, and the co-accused. Breaking news is that they've been found guilty of 2 counts: kidnapping and human trafficking. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly read an article from the Citizens for you regarding the entire situation, and then after that I'm gonna make my commentary. Okay. Jocelyn Smith trial court finds Kelly and co-accused guilty. Jocelyn disappeared from the family home in Saldanha Bay on the 19th of February 2024. Judge Nathan Erasmus has found that the state succeeded in proving the guilt of the 3 accused in counts 1 and 2 in the Jocelyn Smith disappearing case. On count 1, he found them guilty of trafficking in persons. On count 2, they were also found guilty of kidnapping. The trial involving Jocelyn's mother, Raquel Kelly Smith, and her co-accused, Jacqueline Buita Apolis and Steveno van Ryn, continued on Friday, where the judge delivered his judgment, which is today, guys. This case this is their judgment now, this is the judge. This case primarily concerns Jocelyn Smith, a child who is still missing. There is a saying that it takes a village to raise a child. It has implications that for a village to thrive, it must be a healthy environment that ensures that the child grows up healthy, said Judge Erasmus. It becomes our responsibility that every child who grows up in our village can turn into a contributing member of our society. The judge said none of the witness evidence was disproved, further questioning Kelly's conduct after her child went missing. He also questioned why Kelly did not participate in the search for her child. The conduct of Apolis and Kelly was not that of a concerned parent, and in my opinion, it was because you knew. He further said that while the 3 accused had the right to remain silent, that right came at a cost, as they kept silent despite the evidence being brought against them. Counsel argued in court that the case is the first of its kind, but we don't know. Maybe it's just the first that was publicized. Jocelyn Smith case explained. Judge Erasmus told the court that the state was obliged to prove what was done, how, when, the persons involved in the trafficking, why it was done, and the exchange recorded. After 35 days of listening to witnesses, Judge Erasmus said there was no evidence presented on behalf of the accused. From the evidence of the social workers, Ms. Smith became known as a person who needed assistance as far back as 2016. Ms. Smith had an addiction problem that caused further friction with her grandmother. During 2017, the grandmother reported to the department that Ms. Smith had another child, Jocelyn. At the time, she could not provide the whereabouts of Ms. Smith. In 2018, Ms. Smith visited the department for assistance with her addiction. By then, Jocelyn Smith's birth had not been registered. The social workers assisted her in registering the birth of Jocelyn. An attempt to adopt Jocelyn was made in 2018. However, the process could not progress because the parents were not cooperating. The court heard the reason Kelly allegedly sold Jocelyn was because of the repeated attempts by the family friends to adopt the missing girl. Mkabayi is the lawyer for one of the accused. Key witness is a liar. On Wednesday, Van Ryn's defense attorney, Nobahle Mkabayi, told the Western Cape High Court in Saldanha that the state relied on Laurentia Rance Lombard's inconsistent evidence to prove its case. Mkabayi took the stand and told Judge Nathan Erasmus that the state had failed to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt and only relied on speculation from a witness who previously admitted to being high when Jocelyn went missing. Mkabayi disputed the credibility of the prosecution's case, Laurentius Rance Lombard, and said the state failed to conduct proper investigations. She questioned how Lombard remained quiet through the alleged assaults and torture and only confessed several months later. We've got this 204 Lombard, who was arrested on the 13th of March and appeared in court and didn't confess. From March to 21 October 2024, the same person who was tortured 7 months before says, "Now I can confess." That alone says a lot about this 204, Mkabayi told the court. Jocelyn case, witness pulled 3 cops. The defense told the court that Lombard went through at least 3 police officers and told them the same story, only to later admit that she had lied because she was scared. When confronted under cross-examination, she said, "No, I was scared." Scared of what? "I was scared maybe I had relapsed of DRUGs, so that's why I lied." What surprised me more was that she knew she was lying and continued. In fact, she fooled an officer. That's the section 204 we have before this court. As if that was not enough, she went to do the confession. These people who took the statement and confessions are trained. They are the pride of our country, law enforcement officers. We've got a 204 for the second time who lied before an officer. She then appeared before Captain Lombard and did not stop lying. When her statement was brought before this court, it didn't stand the test of cross-examination. Mkabayi said Lombard's testimony was filled with lies, contradictions, and inconsistencies. However, the judge on Friday admitted her evidence along with that of other witnesses. So eventually the judge found the guys guilty of the 2 counts, kidnapping and human trafficking. Now, the question perhaps that comes to mind is what's going to happen to Rance Laurentia Lombard? I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure the judge has something that he is going to share regarding that. And also, I'm sure these guys could be facing perhaps 5 to 10 or 10 to 18 or 18 to 25 or life imprisonment. I don't know. I think also the judge does not need to be lenient to Kelly, especially Kelly as the mother. She showed a lot of signs that she knew what happened to her daughter. Yes, perhaps she doesn't know where she is currently, but she knew what happened to her daughter. That I believe she knew. I believe she knew. The other 2, the boyfriend, I think Buta was manipulated by his girlfriend, which is Kelly, into the situation. I think Kelly is the one that was approached or went to people for this, approached whoever that is selling her the white powder. Something is going on there that she knows because her demeanor, her appearance, everything about her. And also the other thing that really lost them in this case is the accused not coming forward to come and rebut everything that was said by Rance on the witness box about them. They did not. They did not come and say Rance is lying on this and this and this. Why did they not do that? That alone, I think, is one of the reasons the judge found them guilty. No one came forward and say, "No, I dispute ABC," from the defense case side, which is the accused. And they didn't have witnesses also. So what was the judge supposed to do? The judge is supposed to take what was said by someone who was with them, who knows. And also, when it comes to Rance, I don't want Rance to go scot-free. I don't. I think she was part of the deal, even if initially she did not form part of the people that are going to have a discussion about the selling of the child. But Rance knew, and she kept quiet. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. She only spoke in October. So plus minus 8 months, she was quiet. plus minus 7 months or 8 months, she was quiet and not telling the truth. So what changed? For someone who claims to be tortured, why did she keep quiet even though she was being tortured at the time? And then she comes at a later stage, no, something is happening there. I don't know what. That's my view. So that's my 2 cents opinion. And we are going to come back. I'm not sure when. I didn't get that part. When are we coming back? When the judge comes with the sentencing. For now, what we heard is that he found them guilty. If how long they are going to be sentenced, we are still yet to come back and hear about that. If I come across those parts, then I will come and tell you guys. But currently, the 3 accused, the mothers, the girl's mother who is missing has been found guilty. And funny enough that she did not shed a tear of that situation of, oh, my child, don't. She shed just little tears for one thing, for realizing that she's going to go to jail. She's been found guilty. It's not about the missing child. It's about her. She's selfish. She's selfish and she's rotten. That's where we are with her. And the other 2 guys, well, they found themselves in this because of Kelly. And the friend of Buddha, well, the company that he keeps, yeah. And then the state prosecutor comes and talks about their previous convictions, the 2 guys, their previous convictions. And I'm like, yo, the sentencing is going to be, it sounds as if it might be very heavy for them. They might get life imprisonment. They might get 25 years, 18 years, 10 years. I don't know, but we will see. We will see, but maybe it won't be less than 10 years, perhaps. I don't know. Because the child is not there. There is no child. There is no proof whether the child died or not. The police did not. It's been 2 years now. 2024, 2025. It's almost 2 years now. They did not. Okay, it's been a year. February to February. It's a year. And they did not even apply for that thing. I don't know what you call it when someone disappears and there's no trace of where they are. Then you will apply that they have died. They did not, the police did not do that. And the person that is also perhaps would have objected to that is the mother that seems not to care. Is the mother that seems like she doesn't care about what's happening. It is what it is. There's a lot of things going on. But those are my thoughts surrounding the entire situation. Am I happy that they are found guilty? Yes, I am welcoming of that verdict, them being found guilty, especially Ukeli. And I am hoping something will happen. I am hoping Rance is going to spend some time in jail also. If these guys, let's say they get 20 years, she needs to get her 10 years inside. She can't go scot-free. Rance cannot go scot-free in my view. And the other thing is that the people that the child is supposedly sold to, they are somehow related to Rance. So there's a lot going on there. So yeah, yeah. So guys, I don't know. I'll see you on our next video. Maybe later tonight, me and Jabs are going to do something and then I'll post it here. Thank you so much. I'll see you. Bye-bye.